Hey guys, welcome back to one more video of Dania. Today's video is a little short one since that I felt like I needed to just make a little short video here where I'm doing the interior of the Lego diner, which goes back to start of the series where I actually started the Legoland area. And as you guys know, I've been struggling to get to move on with this park or this themed area. Um, but it's mainly just because it has to be Lego. But at some point, I felt like that I could jump the short fence on this one and mainly just make a little diner interior restaurant or how we can call it. So that's just what you are seeing me do today, guys. I'm not going superly detailed into this build. It might miss a few things. Like I'm not going with all the stuff on the tables like ketchup and mustard and plates, whatnot. Mainly now I just want the how do you say? So you walk in here, you see the restaurant. That's kind of like the vibe I only want to create here because I'm not really feeling anything else. And also, if I keep on making these interiors super detailed as I've done at the Viking area and some of the interiors at the main street, then I mean, how many of the people actually see this, right? So I'm thinking that we are making this little interior thing here. I wasn't entirely sure which way I should go with it, but I felt like we had those Munsters couches, or how do you say, which they go very well for a diner. So that's kind of like what I went for there and just used them. And you will see me place them all the way around the restaurant here. I will at the end, as I've done the last two videos, guys, show you what I've done just in quick time, real fast, because I've also done something that I said in the little park tour video with the bumper cars and stuff. So I'm just gonna show you guys that like 2 or 3 minutes of that afterwards, because there's a lot of stuff that's going on here, as I've told you guys, and even though I don't post videos, a lot of stuff is getting done in Dania, and that's also why I just want to show you guys some of the stuff, because in 1 or 2 days I can build a lot here in Dania if I'm just having the groove, which is kind of like the thing I'm going for here. I'm not sure if I will have another video out this week, guys, since I am traveling to the United Kingdom. So this is mainly the video I have stored for you guys. Maybe a Blackmire, maybe not. And if not, then it will be as soon as I get home. I will post that video. So, but as you guys can see here, I only have a little pizza shop in here, the pizza pan, which I am detailing a little bit now. Just trying to keep the same vibe as I built the diner on, with the red and kind of like yellowish color, a little bit green too, and just go with that part and just trim it and you do the usual stuff, you know, that kind of like gives it that super nice diner vibe. So in this little diner here, I know a lot of people suggested I could just place it a restaurant in here and then kind of like have it, but I feel like I actually wanted a pizza shop because I had something that I wanted to make, a pizza Lego guy holding a pizza in the front, which I'm also doing in this video. So that's kind of like why I wanted to do that. And here I'm just quick fiddling around with, I was looking for the pizza pin, but apparently there's no pizza pin you can put on the monitors, which were kind of, it sucked. So I had to find another way by placing a pizza pin here on the left and right, just basically pizza pin everywhere. I'm just trying out some different pieces here since I'm pretty new to this diner set here. You know, there's a lot of pieces I haven't used yet. So it's kind of nice to get back to use some of the pieces we have gotten in some of the other DLCs, which I really haven't got a chance to try it, as the Munsters couch, some of the diner pieces, just every little thing, right? It actually makes such a nice atmosphere in here when everything is kind of settled and placed down. I have not done anything with the curves and barriers yet, so I will do that off camera so I can control where the guests should go and stuff. So that's kind of like the main goal afterwards. But the Lego diner is done. I'm not going back to this diner here afterwards, which is so nice. And also did some stuff like around it, like a little Lego street before you enter, or after you enter the entrance. You have this Lego shop on the left and the Lego diner pizzeria on the right. And then there comes the Ninjago and all that stuff. So I'm super stoked on how this ended up looking inside. And it was actually quite fun to get back in here and do some more Lego stuff, and also making this interior, because I've never actually done a diner interior. And I'm not really going for like the diner, mainly just the idea of having these sort of booths with people sitting in, and then a little pizza shop and toilet, staff building, and so on and so on. Because it's not like really a diner you see it like a city or on a highway or something like that. It's mainly in a park, right? So I felt like we could do something like this instead. Afterwards, I go over and trim the other buildings, which is the toilet and the staff building. I really didn't know what I could do with that part at the start, so I just went with it and kind of like just trimmed it away, did some stuff with it, and it actually came out quite cool. As I say, I don't do so many things detail-wise, like minor detailing, because I just wasn't in the mood for that. I was not really feeling it as well with using more pieces to just make these sort of mustards and ketchup and all that stuff. So I felt like this was just what it needed, and just this sort of little nice interior, and that's pretty much it. So I'm quite satisfied on the turnout here. There's not a lot of, I mean, after this Lego diner here, there is the go-kart track of the Lego, and then there is the coaster also, which is something you guys, I don't think I've ever shown that coaster to any one of you guys. It was something I think I fiddled around with, and then I haven't touched it since. I think it's pretty bad actually. I should probably go and fix that up. But that is mainly what there is to be done in the Legoland area. So it will take some time, but it will not take forever as if done the last year. Because you know, Legoland, I really need to feel it before I go over here. I don't want to force myself to just start building something, because then you usually don't end up being very satisfied with it. So yeah, and it's very important for me to have that sort of, you know, interest in actually going in and build something, because then you don't really think about how much time you use on it and so on. You just build, right? And then, oh shite, 5 hours later, you know. But then you also build something. Compared to if you force yourself constantly, it just doesn't work at the end. I've tried it myself, especially with Blackmire. Sometimes I was like, I need to build something in Blackmire, and I go in and I literally just stare at the screen, right? So it's sort of a little bit, you know, in that way. But nevertheless, I'm still super excited for finishing off this project here, and I'm really feeling that I just want to end it. So as you guys can see here, I'm making the little Lego pizza dude, which is gonna hold a pizza, and I'm gonna put him around some places in the restaurant and on the outside of the restaurant, so he can give that, you know, sort of little vibe and give that little Lego theme, because the Lego diner itself, you don't really see so much Lego vibe from it unless you look from above, with all the Lego bits and all that stuff pointing on, like pointing up. So I feel like this Lego dude here will give that extra little, you know, that needs to come up on top of the Lego diner, and you guys will see me place him. And then I'm thinking about which sign should I go for. Should I just like make something, the Lego diner, the Dania Lego restaurant, something like that? And then I was like, nah, I just gonna again jump the short fence here. And then I went with the pizza pen sign and just made it look like it was supposed to, like it was a Lego pizza pen instead of a giving up my own brand or name for it. And I actually kind of like how it looks, and it definitely also makes the entrance way more interesting when you look on the outside of the entrance, and then you see this pizza guy on the right and Lego guy on the right and another Lego guy on the left, and you just feel the Lego vibe instantly when you walk in here, and that's kind of like what I want. I'm also doing some nighttime lighting, as you guys can see here. I will show you guys a little bit of the nighttime. You will see in the speed build here me playing around with it a little bit. But this is mainly just the front. This is how I'm gonna have the front here, and that's pretty much how I'm doing it. I'm not really adding any more to it because I felt like that was what it needed. Just a guy with a pizza and a sign. So here I am putting one of them inside here as well, and I want to give like some sort of a welcoming sign and whatnot. It was very difficult for me first to figure out where I wanted him because I didn't want him to be in the way and stuff like that. So I ended up putting him there, and then one more guy over here that says more benches outside. So I'm quite happy, guys, with all this how this end up looking. And here I'm just trimming it off here on to the ceiling and the windows, so it doesn't poke out here with the gray brick wall, as you guys can see. So I'm actually quite happy and satisfied that I went in and just did this without hesitating, because it's been a struggle for me to get in here and just to do stuff like this, right? But I finally had a good groove in it, so and I was also happy that I recorded it, because actually the first thing I did before this was a new place for the bumper cars and the main street, which you guys heard me talk about, where I actually move it into the main street so you can actually walk inside or to the right from the main street itself, and it's actually hidden away by some ugly backstage buildings. But I will show you guys that little peek after you have heard me talk about what I'm doing here. But I felt like that this was a nice little speed build because I'm doing some nice interior work here, and it definitely spiced up this area. It was so much what it needed. I also end up putting some foliage around some trees, you know, just to spice up the area a bit. And it definitely works. You guys know, trees and foliage. If you don't know what to place and it's missing something, try place a tree, and it usually always works. It's also a little bit a way of cheating sometimes, but it is what it is, right? We have the trees, so why not just use them? I was struggling here a little bit with the lights from the ceiling. I wasn't entirely sure which way to go for, because I felt like it didn't have too much lighting in here still. So this is just what I'm going for now, just with having them on the walls. And then I might go back in and add some lighting underneath the ground just to light it up, because it looked weird with all the other lamps I tried to hang around. So yeah, here I'm just decorating the walls a little bit, nothing fancy, just trying to put some stuff off. And here's some more pizza pen. I really want to have it feel like you're actually walking into this pizza pen diner here, because you always see them everywhere, you know, when you go into these sort of pizza shops or junk food restaurants for that matter. They're like everywhere. They're branding themselves like everywhere. You shouldn't. I mean, it's quite funny. You should be aware of where you eat, right, when you're there. But anyways, you guys see here the entrance a little bit looks a little bit better now when there's actually a little bit more of a peek with this Lego guy standing in the doorway. So I'm super happy about it, to be honest. I'm actually quite satisfied on the end result here. And I must say, the more I actually add to the Legoland area, the more I like it, in that way that the Viking area is probably still one of my favorite areas, but the Legoland area is just so colorful and playful, and it just takes me back to Lego back then when I played a lot with it back then in the days. So here I'm just sharpening up a little bit, finding out some of the holes in the road, and yeah, you know, guys, just doing what I usually do here at the end of a video, just spice it up, make it look pretty. And I must say that I'm actually quite happy also with the nighttime lighting here, because I was struggling here, you see, with the lampposts first. I wanted to have some sort of a colorful Lego-ish lantern, but no, it didn't work. So I just took these, what are they called now? Yeah, these guys, as you can see me place down here now. And I just colored them and placed them around. And it gave a little bit of light. Not so much, but it gave some lighting. I will add some more lighting, of course, to it eventually. But for now, I'm kind of liking how it looks. And here, before we go to normal time, guys, I'm just making a little bit of some footage work here. I felt like it needed something, and the guests don't really walk here anyway, so it felt like it needed to be filled up with something. So that's kind of like what I do here now. Filling up with some shrubs, putting some Lego flowers into to get that Lego vibe as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's the speed build for today. I know it was a little bit short one, but I was trying to get at least one video out this week, now when I am gone for a little week. So yeah, guys, but no worries, I will be back soon with some more videos and even a vlog. So a lot of things to look forward to, guys. But anyways, let me go to the normal time here and let me show you guys around what I did. Alright, guys, we are in normal time here, or just pause. You know, I can't really have it playing here because then the frames get crazy. So but let me just show you quick how it feels like when you walk here. So you guys can see, looks very nice now. Then let's get in here. There's the sign and the pizza guy. Let's get in, get welcoming here. What's up? And then this is kind of like how it looks, guys. I'm quite satisfied, as I said. I actually didn't think that it was gonna look like this as it does, so I'm quite happy about that. Then from out here, this is kind of like where the people sit, right? And then there's also a nice view of people walking by. Then you have the Lego shop here, and yeah, I'm super happy how it ended. And maybe I'll try add some picnic benches into these guys. Maybe, if it works. I didn't really think about it when I build them. So yeah, but that was kind of like the Lego diner, guys. And as you can see, it's pretty much settled now. Not really much more to do, except for the rest of the area here. But I showed the most of you guys already this part here. So I'm gonna go quick turn here over to you guys can see here the bumper cars are kind of disappeared, but that is because I've done this over here, which I'm super into this. And I also, as you guys can see, did a little bit stuff to the buildings. Gave it a little spire here on this corner building. Put a shop inside as well. And then we have the entrance to the bumper cars here, which I'm super happy how it ended up looking too. As you can see, I used the wallpapers to kind of like make a background. That's pretty much it. Didn't do anything else on the walls, but I put in some of that tarmac floor, or what is this, from the Ghostbusters pack, which totally makes sense to use here. So that's pretty much it, yeah. And then when you come out here, so you have this beautiful view of little sitting area, houseboats, some nice red and white bunting flags, and added this little shop here too, with this little extra building. Some of the buildings I had to do something about because you guys knew I wasn't super fan of them. So I ended up doing this and adding a little bit more, but I really like how this ended up looking as well. And it's definitely also made the main street more active, because now, I mean, this side we have 3 rides, right? We have this guy in here, then we have the spinning mice, wild mouse spinning coaster, and then we have the bumper cars, right? And here on this side we actually only have the boat ride, but then tons of shops all the way around. So that's probably what I'll do. And then, as you guys can see here, I also removed something, so we got a bigger plaza here now, which I'm probably gonna do some more stuff about. So yeah, guys, but there's not a lot. I haven't done so much more else than this, so that's just what the things I wanted to show you for now. So yeah, guys, I hope you liked the video. If you did, remember to give it a like. I would appreciate that, guys. And again, thanks for watching. It means a lot, and I hope you guys will look forward to more from this area here, because I will definitely try to finish this area up too. And the spinning coaster cannonball will come out as well very soon, POV. I just recorded them as well. I just need to edit it, but that will be after the little trip I'm going to, guys. So have an awesome day, guys, and yeah, see you in the next video of Dania. Take care. Bye, guys.